Everyone, my name is Yaqoobi, and today I will discuss whether free speech should ever be controlled in a democratic society. Imagine living in a place where you could be punished for criticizing the government or for having an opinion that is different from what most people believe. This kind of place might seem peaceful, but it's not truly a democracy. I believe that freedom of speech is very important in a free and fair society. However, this freedom should not be completely unlimited. We should only limit expressions when it could seriously harm someone or society. Freedom of expressions allows people to speak out against the government, discuss important issues, question unfair laws, share new ideas, and hold powerful groups responsible. In Canada, the law protect our rights to think, believe, and speak freely, include the press and other ways of communication. The protection is vital because democracy relies on open discussions. Peoples cannot make a good political choice if certain opinions are silenced. Many important changes begin with the ideas that are not widely accepted. Ideas that seems controversial today might help us recognize wrong or make better laws in the future. However, just because we have a freedom of speech does not mean we can say anything without consequences. Sometimes speech can cause real harm. For example, harassment, call for violence, and promoting hatred against specific groups can endanger people's safety and rights. Canada's laws already set a limit on hate speech and calls for violence. The law also states that rights are not absolute. It allows for reasonable limits and on rights that can be justified in a free and democratic society. This means that the government cannot limit speech just because it's offensive or unpopular. Any limits should serve a good purpose, be backed by evidence, and cannot restrict and not restricted expression more than is necessary. This is especially important on the social media. While these platforms can share good information, they can also separate harassment, lies, and very hits very quickly. Social media platforms should have a clear rules against serious abuse. At the same time, they should not remove normal political disagreement just because many people disagree with them. The companies running social media should explain their rules plainly and apply them fairly, and have a way for people to appeal if their content or accounts are taken down. Governments also needs to be careful not to force these platforms to silence lawful criticism. In my opinion, the right way to handle this is not to allow unlimited speech or to have too much censorship. We need a balanced approach. Speech should be protected even if it is critical, controversial, unpopular, funny, or offensive. Restriction should only be in a place if there is a strong link between expression and serious harm, like violence, threats, harassments, or unlawful hate. To sum up, free speech is essential for democracy because it allows people to question those in power and be part of public life. However, democracy must also protect safety and rights of all citizens. So, free speech may need to be controlled, but only in specific, clear, fair, and legal checked ways. The goal is not to shield people from every offense idea, but to maintain respectful decisions while preventing serious harms. Thank you for listening.